Interesting. I think I might know the reason for that. If Brinky Bird does lose this, he's going to come up against Jezzo and loses, and he really doesn't want that clash because Jezzo has such a dominant record over him, right?
It's like,
and
so it's like 21.
Yeah, he wants that third place.
It's dominant and extensive.
Yeah, and the third place, I believe, would give him Nut Lord, which is, again, it's more fresh, it's different.
And it's Diddy Samus. It's a really hard match for Samus.
Yeah, and anywho, you know, think about the characters on screen. We got Skaws, we got Brinky Bird, of course, but I think this matchup, usually people say Diddy is not the best versus these kind of agile zoners, also with the sword, so we'll have to see what he's able to cook. Clearly it's working now. You know, I was saying the matchup might not be great, but, you know, he has a win on Kendrick Olamar, for example, so clearly he's going straight to this archetype. And I don't think, you know, we have no Diddy's in London. Like, how many times has Skaws played this matchup?
Yeah.
In London, Skaws, you know, perhaps unaware of this. So if Brinky Bird's done his homework, meanwhile, I would expect Skaws' homework to be looking upwards at the seeding rather than downwards.
Yeah.
He might get caught off guard as Brinky Bird has the lead right now.
I will say right away, there was a little like matchup check thing that happened where Skaws would repeatedly catch out whoever, I can't remember who he played against already, but with returning boomerang to catch them off guard, popping into an up smash. We literally saw it happen in opposite. There was a returning boomerang. Brinky Bird had Skaws in a grab and then threw as the boomerang was going to connect to use the iframes to avoid it. So that alone tells me Aaron Brinky Bird knows what he's doing.
He's ready.
Yeah.
But I will also point out the collective inhale that happens every time Skaws gets certain hits on the couch.
We know the converge is coming.
We all know the converge is coming, and we know how much he can converge and how consistently he does it. It is really, really scary to be at this % versus this player.
Ooh! Oh! That's a
Nice,
great conversion.
nice.
That's almost Tweak-esque, because Tweak loves those, you know, those tosses onto platforms. That's something you really implemented about a year ago. I love seeing that as Brinky Bird takes this early lead.
Yeah.
And when you've kind of seen like the confidence from Brinky Bird in this one, I feel like even more so compared to like Asco, because again he was talking about sort of Asco beforehand and said like that one I'm not confident about. He's played him quite a few times, none of those have ever gone well, and like just mentally you'd go into that thinking like, okay, yeah, this is not going to go particularly fantastic. But like with this one, you know you've gotten close before, you know what you can do, and certainly Brinky Bird is trying to cook right now and take down this Toon Link.
Yeah. And again, kind of shades of the Kerbo set where I think the defense of the opponent is really important, because while, you know, Toon Link has these subs, he's not exactly great at killing if the opponent has, you know, good mitigation around the kill confirms and such. And we're seeing that. I think he's positioning really well. I think he's DIing well. And again, the fact that he's done his homework, I think it shows, because he's almost lapped him. In, you know, 3-1 would be massive here, a big statement to bring out this game one. So, gonna see if Brinky Bird can make some magic happen in the corner.
Ooh. Really strong cards in the corner, specifically because of that down tilt. It's so fast, it's so safe as well. The pressure is really good. Skaws finds his way around it, but he gets caught by the monkey flip from the corner. Skaws in the corner here. Back air would have killed, doesn't quite find it. We're still in the situation. He's looking to find any sort of hit. He's looking to find any sort of tomahawk. Skaws is not letting go of that shield. He knows that he can't get him off the grab, so he's playing it so patient, but so is Brinky Bird. Neither player is finding anything right now. They're both trying to use their projectiles.
Oh my God.
And F tilt finally breaks the pressure sequence, but it's not over.
Oh, that's
good catch from That was a quick F throw.
No up throw?
He had rage, but perhaps not enough. The up throw is quite enough.
Oh, okay.
However, good catch. Not getting the bear, getting a misinput F throw.
That should be up.
That should be a kill.
Or back throw,
I mean, he's just
Yeah,
let's be real.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
And Skaws right now leveled the playing field. I'm sure Skaws would probably also prefer to, you know, I think Skaws has his aim set higher because he's going to try to beat Astro, but if he wanted to pick between third and fourth, and imagine he picked third as well, so he's going to fight as hard as he can for this stock here.
It's interesting you say that, actually. Skaws and Nutlord met at Grand Conquest very recently, and Nutlord was the one to take that set back in March. So maybe he would favour Jezzo, but regardless...
Jezzo was on a show in his pool.
Yeah, I don't think that either player is really calculating it. I think they just kind of want to beat each other.
Yeah, that's the real thing.
You're never throwing, you want to win.
Yeah.
This is the thing, like, I don't think any player in this tournament would like kind of go into it thinking like, oh yeah, I want this particular matchup, because like it's just always risky because you don't know how your opponent's going to be on the day.
Yeah.
And every single player in this tournament is not to be slept on.
Both these guys can still get winners. It's early in the pool.
Yeah.
So this damage racking up right now from Skaws. He's got him at 47. We've almost seen, you know, potential big opening for these bombs or boomerangs as Skaws just trying to, you know, like something massive is going to happen. You know what I mean? Like either he gets this kill or Skaws gets an opening. And that's the nice kill with up tilt.
It really does not feel like it has been as long as it has. Only just over 2 minutes on the clock, and we've only just hit one stock left. Yeah, no, I know. And these two, they don't even feel like they're holding back. They're trying their best. They're both just living really long. Aaron, keep it going, Brinky Bird. Give us a little bit more, and that could be a kill next time.
Yeah, 45% racked on with incredible speed. That up tilt up air will not be killing just yet. Skaws is going to have to find something else if he wants to get the kill. Sends him off stage with the side B, tries to pressure ledge. He can't quite find anything, and what a timing on the side B. He's able to just hold it back until he goes off with it.
But he manages to sneak that throw in anyway. And oh my god, he catches the jump. He has no double jump. You can edge guard him. He chooses not to. But he has him in the corner. Look at the patience. He tries to get a shield poke set up with the banana. Firing right back with the back air. And this is almost a 2-stock position for Brinky Bird right now. Clearly, this homework is paying off, as you said, Smart. And Skaws has almost been lost.
Yeah, it's so interesting as well because you watch Brinkbird and like the sheer mobility of his character is
Nice.
really enabling him just to dodge every single projectile Skaws to throw on it. It didn't really feel like Skaws was able to get anything going ever. Like it was chip damage for the most part.
The confidence is showing.
Yeah.
It's showing.
It
The
really
research
is.
is showing.
So much of like just competition is mental, and going into a set by confidently going, I think I've got this one,
Big
and I'm
time.
pretty sure you are outseeded, and you're going into it going, yeah, I'm making this upset. That's already speaking volumes in not even necessarily how good you're going to be, but just the spot you're putting yourself in that you're going to be unshaken. You're not going to worry about things if they slightly go wrong because that's what people expect to happen. But you're here to make a name for yourself, so you're giving it your all.
Yep.
Yeah. I think on the positioning side of things as well, Brinky Birdie's been playing really well around, again, at a range where he's not kind of haphazardly falling into bombs or into boomerang. He's always at a reactable range, and when he commits, he's mixing up a lot with how he uses banana toss, using a lot of down toss, which is honestly an option, like in neutral, a lot of Diddies don't use. And, I think if we're going to see some adaptations come out, Skaws needs to start calling out these kind of high monkey flips that he's doing. He needs to start calling out the range that Brinky Bird is playing at is like monkey flip is effective, but his projectiles are not. So Skaws needs to kind of perhaps close the distance. We're seeing that right now. Look at this aggression. And on the flip side, I think Skaws was getting away with a lot of neutral gallops. That's one thing I noticed. At least Skaws kept neutral galloping, so Brinky Bird perhaps some lethality in that decision making needed, but has him in the ledge again. Are we going to see a neutral gallop? No, we're not. We might see a kill even.
Ooh, close. Very, very close.
I love the idea though. Try to Z-drop Nair, Z-drop down at him as Skaws takes the lead.
The one adaptation I would really like to see soon is it's been a monkey flip every single time from the corner, pretty much. It's maybe in different ways, but it's the same sort of angle, it's the same sort of speed. Should Brinky Bird keep doing that, I think Skaws is going to eventually catch it out. But he does also catch out that aggression and gets a kill pretty early at perfectly 69%. And right now, he's putting on even more damage, and it's another monkey flip, and it really feels like that's the one option that Skaws does not have a hand on.
He's not using it. He's using it at different heights and such, but he needs to be there to, say, short forward area or to say zare it, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
But it's true that he came to this. He had some aggression at the beginning of this game that really paid dividends, and that kind of gave him this lead. And he's racking up right now. Great frame trap. Has him in the corner once again. Not the idea, as you say, but perhaps we're seeing Skaws come alive. Perhaps he's noticed it.
And the word you can notice, like the sheer amount of just how little projectiles we're throwing out here. Skaws has just limited that because he knew how ineffective they were. So instead he is just focusing purely on his grounded options. He's going for his confirms and it is working out so much better. He's actually starting to catch out Brinky Bird massively. Yeah.
Speaking of callouts, it was a really nice up smash, but we have to point out the unfair thing is that while Toon Link is not easy to kill because he doesn't get comboed, he's actually not that light, so he doesn't really die to a lot of the options other members of the cast might. For some reason, he just has some of the best defensive actions in the game. It's really letting Skaws hang on right now. Hold on to 150. This is max rage. Big hits could be coming out here and kill a stock really early.
Brinky Bird is doing these high monkey flips to set up, say, like a double jump or a landing area or a banana toss, and they're not getting punished.
No.
So Skaws, if he wants to extend this lead further, he's got to do that. But yeah, that up smash, it was great. It shows he really knows his win cons, because to react to Toon Link down tilt with a smash attack, like on your shield, that's such a quick time event. You need to be ready. Again,
Yeah,
you
that's
have
ridiculous.
to beat. Before he even dashed, he knew he wanted to get that up smash off. Like he's focused on his win condition, he's aware of it. It's great stuff from Brinky Bird. He's really identified how he wants to pursue this win. But Skaws still with the lead. He's not messing around. He's trying to get this game under his belt. Secure victory. Oh my god.
We need to follow it up on that as well. That's crazy.
Yeah, really good use of the barrels there just to dissuade any sort of advantage state on the corner, but just another up air catch, and even the south spot of that move is going to start killing at those percents. And Daleks, it does look a lot harder for Brinky Bird all of a sudden.
It does feel a hell of a lot like both players they're so aware that if they mess up, if they whiff something, the other person can punish it and find a kill. So they're both playing super safe and super slow around each other. The damage is going up, yeah, but every stock is taking an age to fall off, specifically because neither of them are willing to give up a stock to each other in any form of risk.
Yeah, we're seeing the strength of shield come out. Something that I think is really important to identify is Skaws is perhaps swinging a lot on shield because he's used to people being unable to punish his like -6, -7 tilts and such. But Diddy's up smash is 3-5. It's faster than say a lot of outer shields that we have in his home region of London where people can't actually punish those. Diddy can. Serenity is really abusing that, I feel.
Yeah, I think there's a really good recognition of when he should be swinging on shield as well. Just absolutely knows exactly kind of what frame day he's looking at. He's probably done a lot of research on like what situations and like if you know how safe a move can be at maximum, you know if it's -4, that means up smash is going to punish it most of the time. He's got very good recognition of that fact that in a lot of situations it's not going to be perfect safety, and he's using it really well. But he's getting a bit overeager, it feels, where monkey flips kind of just seem to be sufficing. I do think this is slowing things down a little bit. Good down tilt pressure to get that kill, but I agree. These up airs have been hitting a lot from Skaws. I think it shows that he's become more aware of his kind of antsiness with monkey flips out the corner, and perhaps he just needs to slow things down, sit still in the corner for a bit. Let Skaws say, okay, wait, Serenity's waiting. I need to readjust. I need to try and commit more into the corner because Serenity's just going to wait. But because right now, this going high all the time and stuff, Skaws he's really maximizing reward off.
Again, like you can just see that Skaws is just sharking underneath now because he knows he just needs that up air. That's everything that he needs just to take this game away. He's just going to follow up on it. Even now, just going to be sharking underneath, throwing those bombs up as well. Try and challenge up there, but suddenly Brinky Bird showing a bit of life in his eyes. Just going to be going high with that monkey flip again, but thankfully not going to be called out this time. Skaws still on the hunt for it. Ooh. Does get the grab off the bottom out of there, but again, Brinky Bird still just trying to find something a bit extra, needs a little bit more. Got to watch out and play this so carefully because Skaws just needs something like this, like the up throw, gonna take it away.
That was
nice, saving the identification.
Yeah.
He's shielding a lot when he lands. He's shielding in the corner. I'm just going to dash grab him to secure that game.
Yeah, it's like a tether throw, and like when Toon is facing forward, what kind of pressure can he put on you? Well, at 200%, there is an actual real threat of death.
Yeah.
That sort of percentage is terrifying against, like when you're against Toon Link. You got to watch out for so much.
I remember you guys said last time they met, it was Brinky Bird had a very, very definitive first game going to him,
actually.
and then it swung back Skaws' way, and then it only got more and more Skaws favoured.
Yeah.
Is this going to be the same old story? Or
This is what's interesting now, because it feels like Skaws is really starting to catch on to what Brinky Bird was doing in the first game. And again, I feel like this might be similar story, but Brinky Bird's been doing his homework. He's been reviewing it. It's the set he wants to win, and he does not want to be fighting Jezzo tomorrow. So he's got to figure out something. He's got to work out what to do against Skaws' options now.
And at the same time, I'm noticing also from Brinky Bird, he's missing a few of those ledge flips specifically, or ledge flips or edge cancels after his side Bs. Those sort of burst movement options that he should usually have access to. He's just missing 1 or 2 of them that should be adding extra mix-ups that Skaws is not ready for, most importantly.
Tries to read the jump. This is crazy.
We're going for that. We're just going for that.
I did just want to say, Smart, I agree completely when the positioning from last game at the end where Skaws he's grounded, he's holding center, he's aware of what Brinky Bird is looking for. He's focused and he's kind of streamlined how he's playing in order to counter Brinky Bird's aggression. And similar story this game. It's quite close right now. We'll see who can kind of edge out. But
Yeah, it feels like Skaws is a little bit more happy to swing right now. He's certainly catching him out a lot in disadvantage all of a sudden. And it feels like just because of that, Brinky Bird's not getting as many hits as he was in advantage state, and all of a sudden it's a bit more difficult to get those big, strong offensive punish games that he loves setting up. And Skaws is just making great use of that. He doesn't quite get the kill confirm and can't quite fall off the platform with the fair, so he doesn't get a kill just yet, and he does allow Brinky Bird a way back into the game. But it'll be interesting to see how it goes if it continues as normal, because it feels like Skaws has just the slightest of edges here.
yeah, it is a percent lead for Brinky Bird, mind you, not anymore, but it is dead even, mind you. And down to up smash or a bomb fair, both things would just secure a nice lead for both players. Such a crucial moment. It's 1-1. Both players, none of them want to lose this game, and oh my god, it comes down to this very interaction, really. Has him in the corner.
Afro to reset the ledge pressure.
Oh my god.
I'm so glad Skaws kept his shield up there.
He's going again, okay.
You gotta watch out. But there we go, the upbeat gonna take away that stock, and Skaws in a good position here. Just gonna get all this free damage here, and you can just see, he runs off to that right side here. He says, I'm just gonna hang over there, chuck out some projectiles, I'm getting my free damage.
And he's so patient at advantage state as well, man. Every single time Brinky Bird lands with a swing, he's getting caught out. It's a good reaction again.
That shield's a good,
he's so ready, but it's just not quite enough to kill. And now it's staled as well. I don't think the next one's going to be killing either. And as a result, so much percentage has just climbed in such a short amount of time. And he got ready at that time. Skaws with pin perfect recognition.
Yeah, Skaws right there. We saw him catch his landing about 3 or 4 times. He really lasered in on how he wanted to punish Brinky Bird and maximize that almost 0 to death, really. You know, dash back, dash attack.
Oh, no.
There we go.
Well, I was ready for a down or something.
I was really worried.
But yeah, Skaws, I think, really is kind of locked in now, and he's trying to maximize these openings. What a lead, as we were saying. You know, Brinky Bird put it all on black and it went red. So he really has some thinking to do if he wants to take home this set and avoid Jezza. Yeah, let's go gambling, and Gamble Aware has got a thing or two for Brinky Bird. He's going to be feeling this in the morning.
Okay, nice.
Ooh, but yeah,
just a sneak
sliding
attack,
up tilt though,
yeah.
that's pretty nice.
Pretty clean.
But again, like, this is just kind of the perfect domain for his Skaws now, because he's been playing this so patiently since game 1, where he was like going full in aggression. Since it slowed it right down, and I feel like now with just such a fat lead that he's got, it works perfectly for him. He can literally play this at the pace he wants to, just get all the free damage in the world and not really worry about things.
Yeah, harkening back to what you said, Daleks, it does seem to be kind of like a repeat of that New Era set.
It's like Skaws got just like a big downer after that game 1, and I didn't see New Era, but I'm guessing that's kind of what happened back then as well.
Yeah, he's a very strong player. He's incredibly good at getting those conversions, and again takes another game to put him at 2-1. And yeah, I think you're right. I think he really did catch on mostly to the disadvantage habits. It was monkey flip and buttonsy landings that Aaron was making such good use of. But when you overuse an option, it just naturally becomes worse because it becomes more easy to predict. And as a result, Skaws is getting so much more damage. Like you said, Smar, couldn't get a lot of damage early on. Now, it's not that he's getting long strings, it's that he's calling out that option repeatedly.
Yeah, precisely.
I mean, another interesting thing that like Bringbird said is that for all of the people in his poll, he was saying that like he feels he needs to basically time them all out to actually win the set. And he did admit, like he says, I'm not really sure if I've got that in me.
I couldn't tell.
Yeah.
This is how he plays. This is how he plays.
And he says he's not sure if he's got it in him to do because he knows he has to play it so slowly. And I feel like sort of it's...
The thing is, best of 5 round robin, timing everyone out. It's not even necessarily like, are you a good person? It's do you have the motivation to wait all that, especially if it's game 5 finish each time. You're saying into 7 minutes every single game. Oh my God.
I do think the deciding thing is he needs to lay off the reversals, lay off the fast pace, disadvantage state, and just say, you know what, I'm going to drift back, I'm going to go to ledge, I'm going to sit on ledge, I'm going to just land and roll, or just be relaxed. The Skaws right now, I've said it before on comms, but he thrives off those gritty options, he thrives off those kind of antsy options, and but catching the double jump, yeah, I mean, you know, like we'll have to see if he can make something up. But I think the most things, that's what I mean. He just jumps in, you know, just keep it slow, keep it slow.
Oh, that F-tilt angle is disgusting.
What was that?
Yeah, that's just one of the many hits of F-tilt that is absolutely abominable. Comes
I don't think
out
I've
from the Skaws.
ever seen that before in my life.
I've been hit by it. It's hellish.
I'm sorry for your loss.
Good spot dodge.
I was gonna
F
say,
smash.
like during the middle there, damn.
Yeah.
Ooh, nice awareness. Yeah, and I mean, on the flip side, I was saying that, but you know, Brinky Bird can also apply the same advantage stage stuff to Skaws if he identifies how he plays. But right now, it feels like it's the other way around. And
Yeah, it's such good
Skaws
call outs.
he's just more aware of how Brinky Bird is operating. Well, he has been calling out these jumps.
Yeah.
Nice deep edge guard. You know, I did say Skaws, he's kind of a victim to those deep edge guards. He gets a bit, his brain off a bit when he's out that deep, doesn't really suspect to get hit.
Double jump bomb pluck in
Double jump
particular.
bomb pull,
He's highlighted
down
it as like
temple.
one of his biggest weaknesses, like his
Yeah.
Achilles heel. Like we will just
If you have
start
Skaws
panicking.
tomorrow, take notes. But if you have Skaws today, you got to focus up because he's been getting these up airs, he's been getting these extensions, and oh my goodness.
Well, this is the really interesting thing about like the taking notes part. You wonder if Serenity was watching, Brinky Bird was watching Kerbo Skaws, where Kerbo was taking his sweet time in getting back out of those situations. If he was emulating that a bit more, I think he'd find a bit more success.
Because again, that defensive Kerbo, I think we're seeing the difference now, where someone, such with that Kerbo defense plays against Skaws, and then someone else plays against Skaws, we're seeing just how much reward Skaws gets off these hits. He's so good that he's able to play his game.
Oh my
much
God,
pressure.
F2 again. This is going to be the bane of Brinky Bird's existence.
And there's the catch.
Spacing, the relax. That's what we need. We need the relaxation from Skaws. He's letting himself have the control. He's not rushing things. Again, we're seeing the difference in these players from set to set, but right now, Skaws just he secures his kill. it might be over.
Brinky Bird probably looking for some sort of like big conversion here to try and like maybe get the stock back because it's 179 to 91. It seems like a huge lead. If he can find a stock, which Diddy can at 91%, it could be made even, but right now it's looking so difficult. There's so many projectiles you have to dodge each time you want to go in. There's so many hitboxes you have to get around each time you go in, and they're fast and they're safe.
good
But
catch
he
on the
finds a
ball.
down tilt. He can't quite convert it. He might look for another, but there's a back throw.
He's
The fear.
nervous.
Yeah.
And you don't understand why. Like Skaws' gameplay is so scary in the wrong moments, and he's really proving it with this lead, trying to secure this game right now. He's just got one stock separating him from getting this set, and every set counts in these round robins.
Yep, absolutely.
It's the classic thing, I think, when you drop to, like, you drop from a stock, yeah, you're objectively in a worse spot than you were when you had a whole extra stock, but you were at 190, but you can now start fighting with reckless abandon because you don't have a stock that's immediately about to vanish. Like, yeah, Brink does not want to take more damage, but he can happily swing a read or even a reaction like that without any risk, because if he messes it up, he's probably taking 20 to 30, not losing the game.
Feels like reactively Brinky Bird has actually been insane this set. Like,
Oh,
He's
yeah.
got to channel it more, honestly. He's got to slow things down, and that's his ticket if he wants to take us to a game 5. But, you know, again, Skaws having none of it. Look at that grab. These grabs, when a Toon Link player is grabbing you, you know he's confident because it's a laggy move, the reward's not great. But he's saying, you know what? I can tell when you're shielding. I have a feel for your habits. Those dash grabs, those standing grabs, that's a sign of confidence. And Skaws is showing it right now, trying to get this set win. He's got a message, you know, he wants revenge.
Yeah, the missed input though there sends Skaws off stage. It was a good air dodge. He doesn't quite get hit by the banana,
really
but that
went
would
for
have
it.
been Kearns. That also would have been Kearns.
not
Lots of
again!
kill zones coming up from both players. They both want to secure this as soon as possible. Brinky Bird wants to put himself on the board. He wants to take this to game 5, but Skaws is not touching the air right now. Great call out on the double jump. He has to land.
Oh, no way!
Oh my god! The lingering hitbox up there is ridiculous.
The last possible second it felt like that thing could have connected,
Crazy.
and it did. Wow, what a set.
I guess because he was charging, he becomes lighter because that mechanic's still in the game. But
Yeah.
wow, I think if he released that up smash as well, I think he would have killed him because he had rage. He was charging.
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
That was just such a chaotic landing. And now, you know, 2 sets left. We have Skaws Astro and we have Cubbo Brinky Bird. I believe. I'm not sure who's going to be on next. It's one of these 2 players.
I will say I'm probably going to jump off because obviously we've got other side events lined up after this, and I want to get set up on those so we don't wind up finishing at midnight.
Do you wanna
We're
bring
not going to.
Do you want to bring Rekka back?
If he wants to. Oh, no, I
Preferably
don't.
not.
Wait.